Hi guys, welcome to my channel where we talk about everything from tech to films and all the fun stuff in between. In this video, let's look at all about the new iPad Air 4. Wow, what an amazing update we've got to the iPad Air 4. We did predict a few, but think that it has one-upped the iPad Pro 2020, at least on paper, with its A14 Bionic chip and those awesome colors. My brain went just click on the blue color right away, but you can't pre-order it right away as it is not available on Friday like the other products which got announced. The Apple Watch Series 6, the Apple Watch SE and the iPad. We'll have to wait until next month for the iPad Air. But guys, I will live on that pre-order button until then. So please do subscribe to get all that first-hand info about the device. And if you're new to the channel, let me link down below the iPad Air 2019 and the iPad Pro 2020 playlist so you can get a taste of the level of detail and real-world usage which I'm going to cover. Let's quickly go through the design, starting right with that color palette. Besides the usual space gray and silver, you also get rose gold, green and sky blue. Amazing color options, and for me, the green and sky blue are the ones. But blue is my all-time favorite color, so you know which I'll be ordering. Next is that form factor. You do get the all-new screen design, which the iPad Pro 2018 has introduced. And it houses a 10.9-inch screen size. So compared to the iPad Pro 2020, this seems like it has slightly thicker bezels. The design will also probably fool you a bit as it hasn't got that amazing Face ID system of the Pro. Instead, as the leak suggested, Touch ID is now embedded in the power button. This is a first not only for the iPad, but for any Apple product. As I said before, jamming fingerprint scanner into a thin power button is absolutely Android's forte. And if you look closely, the button does seem slightly thicker than the iPad Pros, so it's something we should check out and test it to see how comfortable it will be. Next is the chipset, A14 Bionic. Wow, the iPad Pro 2020 still has the A12Z. We need to definitely run some Geekbench and see how powerful it is compared to the iPad Pro. A14 Bionic is the newest chipset which is supposed to be in the iPhone 12, which has not been announced yet, and probably they are reserving the iPhone event for next month. Not sure why the delay is, because as by then we'll probably see leaks of even the tiny screws which connect the front and back together of the phone. More tech specs about the A14. It is built on an insane 5nm architecture chipset. This A14 chipset is going to have 4 graphic cores, but guys, the A12Z in the iPad Pro has got 8. So I think the iPad Pro 2020 will still be the king of graphical capabilities in comparison. Next up is USB Type-C. Yes, the powerful universal USB Type-C port is not just a Pro-only thing anymore. Even the iPad Air 4 is getting that. And this is really a killer feature to have on the iPad Air. Having a universal port opens the possibilities of connecting a plethora of accessories and adapters. And then the stereo speakers, audio coming from both the sides. Guys, if you check my 5 things which I love and hate about the iPad Air 3 video, quick note, it has crossed over 34K views and I will link it down below. The one thing which I mentioned in the I don't like section is the absence of speakers on both the sides. Audio coming from one side really does ruin the experience when watching videos. So I'm very excited to see this in the iPad Air 4. However, it is a dual speaker setup on either sides instead of the 4 speaker setup which the Pro gets. It would be interesting to do an audio comparison, and you know that I would be doing exactly that once I get the device in my hands. And then the Apple Pencil 2 support. Wow, somehow I feel that the iPad Pro is becoming less and less attractive now. So it now supports the Apple Pencil 2, which attaches to the side magnetically, pairs and charges as well. Probably the best integration of a stylus device on any product. The iPad Pro has this feature since 2018, and now the iPad Air 4 is also getting it. And then you also get the Magic Keyboard support, so you don't have to step up all the way to the Pros in order to get this amazing but expensive keyboard trackpad accessory. Let's look at the cameras next. The back is a 12 million pixel f1.8 aperture single lens system capable of recording 4K videos up to 60 frames per second. No secondary camera or LiDAR sensor or flash here, guys. Front camera is 7 million pixel shooter capable of full HD recording. Next, let's look at pricing. There's a price jump of £100 straight compared to the iPad Air 3. The iPad Air 4 starts from £579 here in the UK and $599 in America. For my friends in India, the price of the iPad Air 4 is going to start from 54,900 rupees. This was one thing which I was hoping that Apple wouldn't change, that is, increase the price. Now it brings the iPad Air ever so closer to the iPad Pro. Just about £190 of difference between both. Now that will be an interesting comparison video. Sorry guys, I keep repeating, but if you want my channel to continue making these useful videos, you have to show your support. So please do subscribe to my channel, comment and like on my videos so YouTube algorithm will like it and push my content to more people. Otherwise, I don't think I have much chance to stand amongst YouTube titans with millions of subscribers. So please do subscribe and let's keep this channel going. Okay, next let's move on to other quieter things which weren't mentioned in the keynote about the iPad Air 4. First, the base storage is still 64 gigabytes and then the 256 gigabytes cost £729. Think if you're going to pay £729 for an iPad Air, then I say pay extra £40 and get the Pro instead. It really doesn't make sense to spend £729 on the iPad Air. So it's ideal to just stick with the 64 gigabytes base model. Next, the weight of the Air is also slightly lesser than that 11-inch iPad Pro 2020. It clocks in at 458 grams, whereas the Pro is 471 grams. The peak screen brightness is still at 500 nits, whereas the Pro gets 600 nits. And thankfully, you do get a power adapter, and it's a 20 watt USB Type-C power adapter with USB Type-C cable. Not the braided one, but just the normal cable. But still great news. USB Type-C fast charging is now on the Air as well. You're getting new smart folio covers specially designed for the iPad Air 4 as well, at the same insane £79 cost. Wish Apple offered this, say at least at £40, then I would blindly buy it. Nearly £80 for something which third-party manufacturers will probably offer for £10 or £15 seems unnecessary. So that's everything new with the iPad Air 4, guys. There was quite a lot of interest about this device on my channel, so guess this answered a few questions and I will answer more when I have the device in my hand. Also, I'll compare the new Air with the iPad Air 3 as well, as I think in the next few months, most of the stockists will try to clear out the Air 3 and you will start seeing excellent deals on those. So that comparison video is coming soon as well. Please stay tuned. So in conclusion, the iPad Air 4 did get some solid updates and I am extremely happy about most of them. The USB Type-C port, all-screen design, new colors, Apple Pencil 2 support, landscape stereo audio, and that insane A14 Bionic chip. And even though I'm a bit skeptical about the Touch ID in the power button, I still like it as it is something new. But seriously, the price shouldn't have increased. If the price was still at £479, it would have been stellar. But guess the Pro features do come at a price. So now the Pro-worthy features are that ProMotion 120Hz screen, quad audio speaker setup, LiDAR sensor, wide-angle camera, and slightly bigger screen. The list was quite more when I did the Is iPad Pro Worth It video, And now it seems like the iPad Air crossed off a few things from that list. That's the iPad Air 4 done, guys. And I wanted it to be the major part of this video for good reasons. Let's take a look at the other things which got announced. First is that everyone's favorite entry-level iPad 8th generation. That has got some decent speed bump as well. It now gets that same A12 Bionic chip which is in the iPad Air 3. But that's pretty much it. No other updates, not even bumping up that ridiculous front 1.2 million pixel camera or increasing that measly 32GB storage option. Thankfully, the price stayed the same at £329. And now that the price of the iPad Air 4 has gone up, this iPad might make much more sense for people who are looking just for an iPad for web surfing and media consumption. Next is the Apple Watch 6. Alright, what can I say about this? It is the gadget of the decade for me. And now it only solidifies my opinion on that. Now the Series 6 has the ability to measure blood O2 levels. I can't stress how insanely cool and life-saving this feature is. The watch also gets a newer S6 chipset, which is 20% faster than last year's S5 processor. The new chipset is going to be more efficient in power management, and it's also going to support a slightly brighter always on screen. Then the entry-level aluminium model comes in two new shades. First is this cool blue color, and then there is a product red. The product red one looks really cool, and the blue one I think is going to be the new color of the iPhone as well. So here we have a watch to match that color. But I seriously wish that they did a product red version of the iPad Air 4 as well. That would be an insane color, and I probably would have preferred that over the blue one. And then there is a slightly cheaper Apple Watch SE. It gets the same casing and design as the Apple Watch 6, which is this new bigger design that was introduced with the Apple Watch Series 4, but it doesn't get the blood O2 measurement feature or ECG feature. It also doesn't get the always on display or any other finishes apart from the aluminium. It really is a perfect device for kids, but it is not priced at that £199 as rumors suggested. It starts from £269 and £319 for the cellular version, making it slightly expensive to consider it for your kids. The £199 spot goes to the Apple Watch 3, which is still available on sale. The Apple Watch Series 6 and the Apple Watch SE both get that new family support setup where you can actually control what your kids can do with the Apple Watch. And they also support pairing multiple Apple Watches to one iPhone. So if your kid hasn't got an iPhone, then you can still make them use an Apple Watch and pair it to your phone and then set it up and control it via your iPhone. Also guys, I've noticed a slight price decrease in the Apple Watch, especially the Apple Watch Series 6 44mm. It now starts from £409. Before it used to be £429. So it seems like we've got a price cut here in the UK compared to last year's Apple Watch 5 or the year before with the Apple Watch Series 4. And then a few software services were announced. First up is the Fitness Plus, which gives you access to trainers and videos where you can follow training videos and fitness instructors. This is super useful, especially when gyms are closed down now due to the COVID pandemic, and a virtual personal training service would be perfect. Apple also announced the Apple One Bundle service, which will bundle its software services under one package for better management. So there you go guys, those are all the updates. I'm really excited about the new Apple iPad Air 4 and the Apple Watch, which was already amazing, but adding extra features and not bumping at the cost, it has made it even more perfect. The iPad 8th Gen on the other hand got the much needed processor update, but nothing else. So that's all for the video guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on the iPad Air 4, which color you would choose, and whether you feel the price bump is justified by those additional features. And just one last time in this video, guys, please do subscribe to my channel so I can continue making fun and informative content for you. So that's it for now. I have another exciting video for you this weekend. Until then, thanks a lot for watching and staying until the end. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.